All right, welcome to my channel. My name is Mary. I do makeup and fashion and beauty finds and simple finds around at the stores, what I can find on sale, and I like to post it for you all. But today I have a special video that I wanted to do for a while, and I came up with this color scheme. So I usually try to match what I'm wearing, and I have pink and this jacket that I got at the Rainbow store last year, but nevertheless it still is nice. And this is what I've been doing on my video for today. So for today I got out my gingerbread palette by Two Faced. You keep watching, you're going to see I use these beautiful colors right here. The light white, the pink, and then the coral. And you can see it in the eye look, how it came out. I know my lashes are a little bit loose right now because I've been out walking the dogs. Now I settled for this color lipstick because anything more pastel wasn't going to work very good. So anyway, I just wanted to put this intro in for my makeup video because I wanted you to see how it looked, the finished product, and not be scared at the beginning, okay? So I am almost 70, so I'm doing these videos to help women that are a little older like myself. If you've never learned how to put makeup on, or you've watched videos but you're scared to do it, I'm here to help you. If you want, I'm going to list the products below. You can get similar products and just work on it as I show you on my video, and I go into some detail on things that you could avoid that would make you look better, and things that you could add to your look to make you look better. And you learn and I'll learn. We'll do it together. And I hope you enjoy this video. So this is 2 hours of the makeup. I think it went really nice. I think you're gonna love my video, so just keep on watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Hi, good morning. It's Mary. Welcome to my beauty channel. I do makeup and fashion. So today I wanted to go back to old school and let's try out this gingerbread palette. I know there's a newer one, but I've had this one for a while, and I found some pink colors that I thought would be great with my suit here that I'm wearing. So I wanted to match it up. So in this video, that's what I'm going to do. And for the first thing I did is I sprayed on this iconic spray as a primer for my face. It's really nice. It's made in London, I believe. Okay, then I'm gonna go back again and let's try out this foundation concealer. This is from Tarte, and you know me, here's my palette. Now, what I found about this one when I put it on my hand was it's a little flat. So in order to make it a little bit more luminous as a foundation, I got this guava, it's a highlighter, and it comes in a droplet bottle like this. Do you see the gold highlights? Isn't that so beautiful? I'll probably be careful about how much I put on here. See, I'm just putting a very small amount on my hand because I don't want my whole face to look really luminous like a clown. That would look funny. So anyway, here you go. Here's my brush. This is from Pure Cosmetics. It's a foundation brush because it's got this flat surface, and that's meant to move the foundation along your face wherever you want it. And it's mixing up nice. What do you think? Now, immediately when I look at this color, I'm a little bit concerned because it really doesn't have the pink in it that I need. It's more of a beigey neutral color. For me, I'll tell you who gets me. Who gets me is the drugstore foundations that sell for $8 and $10, $12. CoverGirl, Revlon, L'Oreal, Almay. The CoverGirl with Almay is another great foundation for me because when you look at the bottle on the shelf, you can see the color, and the color definitely has some pink in it. While this one is beigey and a neutral, it will serve a lot of purposes for a lot of women. But as for me, I kind of have to doctor it up a little bit because the flatness of it is a little bit unsettling for me. So here I go with another larger amount, because as you can see that as I put it on my face like this, it kind of has some staying power, but I'm thinking I might need 2 coats of this to cover my face all the way. So, we got so many new things coming out for the spring. I can't wait. I love the spring and summer cosmetics because they go with the lighter colors. And if I get a tan, I'm okay with some of the darker colors. But otherwise, the lighter colors are really much more suitable for me to match my skin tone. And I do really good with the spring and summer colors. Also, same thing with the clothes. Do you find that? I mean, I don't really like to wear a lot of black. It is okay. Some people love black and it is their color, and that's fine, you know, for some people. But me, I do better with the pastels, the pinks, baby blues, bright colors with kind of a happy accent to them. That's what seems to be better for me. Now, this Found Concealer is supposed to be a combination of foundation and concealer. And as I put it on, I see that it's going on very nice, and it is a beautiful product. And everyone is different, you know. Not to criticize any product, just telling you how it's reacting with my skin and how it looks for me. So, you see how it, when I put it down, it kind of is still streaking. So it's still pretty wet. This time I'm going to try something new. I'm going to add my Physicians Formula. This is a regular powder, and it smells delightful. I'm going to try adding a little bit of that on as my foundation dries. But for insurance purposes, let's get another Dabadua here and a little bit of Stuva. I love using this highlighter. I'm imagining it's going to come out really pretty. I think so. I hope so anyway. So, other than that, I've been to some holiday sales, and I got some makeup from Walmart, and where else did I shop for sales? I'm going to do a video on that. I went to DD's and I found quite a few sale things at DD's. Really quite a few nice things at DD's on sale. They have it marked in the clearance, but sometimes throughout the aisle you'll get a clearance tag. So the clearance products aren't all just in one spot. They're throughout the store. Okay, so I think I've got about as much as that on as I need, and it seemed to have gone on nice with the highlighter. So what I'm going to do next, before I go into the powder, I'm going to do some of the concealer. Let's get a little concealer going here and see if that doesn't brighten up our situation here. My concealer is right here, and it is, I love this little concealer. It's cute. It's by Benefit. You know, Benefit makes a great product. I'm so glad for that. And usually you'd put this on at the end, you know, to highlight your look. And I can do it at the end also to go across my nose, you know, to highlight the look. But for now, I'm just going to use it as the concealer to just cover my dark circles a little bit and open up the eye area without, there we go, without having a under eye darkness there. Okay, so Now I'm going to jump off the camera, get my brows on. I'm going to wait a couple minutes and I'll put I guess I could try to put the powder on top of this and just see if it does kind of settle in it in a nice way. I got this beautiful brush. Let's see, this is the Physicians Formula. See how it kicks up? It's got some dust to it. Okay, let's see how. Just try it on one side of my face. Just putting that on there. Let's see how that helps the makeup set. Just a little bit. And here underneath up here around my brows. And of course, I'm not going to do the eye area right yet. But let's see how that helps, if that helps the makeup set. So we're doing experiments today. We're using a highlighter that's liquid added to our concealer foundation, and I'm adding this beautiful Physicians Formula powder to it. This argan oil smells so good. Okay, and we already did the concealer in it. I think it came out pretty good. So bear with me now. I'm gonna come back with my brows on, my eyes primed, and we're gonna do a beautiful pink color with this gingerbread palette. I think you're gonna be happy with it. I know it's the holiday time, dark colors, reds, smoky eyes. Nope, gotta go pink. Okay, I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, now I think I'm recording. Good. All right, so I was gonna just come back with my brows done, but just to show you how I do my brows, I want to show you just like this. I just go in with the brush and I use it at the angle that the brow is going up, and it's getting shorter as it goes up higher. So I'm going in like that, and then I like to come to this point here where it turns down, and then just give a little more coverage to that area right there. Oops, okay, I hit one area off, so we can just remedy that easily. Just go back in a especially it hasn't really settled. Okay, so we got that off there. Now come down here with your brush just like that, and this gives you an up and a down, if you get what I mean. It takes the eye up and then down, which opens up the eye if you're older. I'm going to be 69, so I could tell you I'm trying to work with what makes me look better at my age, and I'm getting my teeth done, so that's gonna be next. So, okay, now here we go. Turn the brush like this. My left eye and my left brow is always the hardest area for me to do. Now, as you can see, I got a line there. I'll use this part of the brush to make that all go in together. But I'm coming back to my crown point here and a down point and just going like this. Okay, just like that. Give the eyebrow a nice look. And one thing I found about the brow, if you fill it in too much on the bottom, your eye is going to naturally pull to the bottom. If you fill it in on the top, your eye is going to go to the top. And that's exactly what you want. You see how nice that is? And you can still see my little mistake, so I'm just going to try this. I have a makeup eraser too, one of those pens that does that. But what I think I could also do is maybe go in with a little bit of my foundation. It's all pretty dry, but there's a tad bit right there. Okay, that's not bad. So in order to get this all filled in, you see how it's sporadic here? What you can do is use your brush, or you can go back, and you don't necessarily have to add more product. There's usually enough product on here when I go through once or twice to do my whole brow. See, I got my right brow all done, and as I say, my left one is a little more challenging, so I got that. And I try to keep my brow filled in on the upper part of the brow, so that brings your eyes up and down just like that. Okay. So now we got the brows done, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go in with my nice palette. It's the gingerbread palette, and I think you're going to like it. Hold on just 1 second. I'll be right with you. Okay, back again. Now, the last thing I added that I wanted to show you is my brow gel. It's important that you get the brow gel about the same color as your brow. You don't want to put on a brow gel that it's a dark brown or a heavy brown, because it's not going to match your eyebrows and it's going to throw them off. So I got my whole kit from the Kylie Cosmetics, and that made it super simple that I didn't have to get a separate brow gel. It was right here in this container, and of course they matched it up for me very nicely. I got the whole kit. There's a pomade in here. You can see that, the pomade. Okay, and then this one is the gel in the tube type of a container, and then this one is the pencil, and then of course my last one was the one I use the most, and this is the angled brush to draw the brow. I think this is the most fun part of it. I mean, if it could be fun, I enjoy it. I enjoy using this product because it's what do you say? It's you can hardly mess it up because it's all right there for you. And you could watch tutorials on how to do your brows if you're older like myself and you've never used a pomade for your brows. You've always used those Maybelline pencils, which work great. I mean, people still use them. If you still use the pencil, that's fine. You can take the pencil and draw your brow, whatever works for you and whatever makes your face look good and you're happy with. So I always do this. I've been using this for years. I got this in my BoxyCharm one time, and it's called the Edge. And what it is it's a swipe. It's a product. I just swipe my brush in. Even my eyebrow brush, I'll swipe in here. And what it boasts of, it takes the color off the brush so that if you want to use your same brush and move on to a different color that you're using in the palette, you can if you swipe it with this, and it really does work. Now, I bought my daughter one recently. I found it at the dollar store. Can you imagine? I mean, when I bought this, I think it was $5 or no, I got this in a gift in my Boxy Lux. But if you do buy it, it's like $5 or so or more, and it really does work. I mean, it really does take the color off the brush. And that's handy if you still want to use your same brush. What I like to do is when I've done with my brush, I put it down, and then I always have a piece of paper towel handy. I mean, before the brush cleaner came out, this was always what I used, paper towel. So I always have a piece of paper towel, and you could wipe your brush off with that too. That'll work also. So anyway, that's what I wanted to tell you about when you're changing out colors, and you want to use the same brush, get yourself one of those little token swipes, and I've had this one for a year and it still works. Okay, now let's go back into the eye look that we're doing. So I always like to use the white base, and I have put it on already. It's the white base from my Tarte. And this is supposed to be like an eyeliner, a wet paint pot, I think. So what I do is I go in, after I put my concealer on, and I feel like there's not all the darkness to the under eyes is okay. Then I'll go in with my paint pot and I'll paint the white on. And I keep the brush out because I'm going to use it again, like for right now. You can see how some of it has settled into my eye area here, and it's not quite as flat as it was. It has a few wrinkles in it, but we can fix that right away. We just go ahead and take the same brush we used and just, you know, and make it easy on yourself. I keep a tray handy, and I have what I'm going to use for my makeup tutorial on this tray so that I don't have to stop too much and get things. This is a nice little tray from the dollar store, and I think this one was Fall Harvest. It's kind of orange, but it helps me stay organized, and it helps me stay, like when you're shooting a video, you want everything to be there. So that's what I do for that. Now, let me get my handy brush out that I just had, and what we're gonna do is we are gonna go in and finish up this eye look here. I put all the white in, and it looks flat now. See how that looks flat? And why don't I pull you closer, and we'll go ahead and do the whole video, the rest of it, with a little closer look, because I think that this much of a distance is kind of far because I'm going to do the eye look for you. So let's just move some of this down a little bit. We're going to come down just a couple inches here, and you're going to be able to see better what we're doing with the eye look. I'm just going to pull you in a little closer. Yes, I just love some of the palettes that are out now. There's so many beautiful palettes out now, and ColourPop has got a lot of nice products. There's so many that are coming out. So okay, so I'm going to bring my mirror closer, and I'm going to pull you in closer because it needs to be closer for you to be able to see this eye look. And I'm going to move over this way a little bit, and let's see, how's that? Better? Okay, now I'm just going to move you a little closer, and I think I'm going to have to be a tad bit higher. So let's fix this right here. Make me a little higher. And see if that pulls it in better. Yeah, that pulls it in much better right there. Okay. That's better. Okay, so now what I'm going to need to do, because I have my white on, I'm going to have to draw out my crease. And I'm going to also try to open up my eye. I have a little bit of a hood, but not too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a crease a little higher than my natural line, which is going to open it up. So I'm going to go back into this palette here, and we're going to go ahead and use this brown right here. And it's darker than I usually use, I will say that. But let's give it a whirl. And I have this brush that's tiny little brush, so I can dictate exactly where I want this to go. And I'm just going to use some light sweeps upwards like this, because this is where I want my crease to be. Up like this. Just like that. And what I'm doing is basically reorganizing the look of my eye by just moving this up a little bit and just going in with the brush and kind of rotating it up and down here, up and down here. And you can see how well it works. And then here, right at this part of my eye, I want to go up and out. And this is going to pull the eye up and out and also give me more of a winged look to my eye. And it's going to be really pretty that way. So I like that so far. So good. And we're going to work on this corner in just a minute, because what I like to do while I'm doing this corner is try to keep my makeup like this, so it's an even look. And then come in with my brush and just move this. You don't necessarily need to go and get more shadow on your brush all the time, because I'll tell you, these the makers of these colors, this one is by Two Faced. They're very well pigmented, and you don't have to put a whole bunch on to get the good color you want. Now let's try this one again. Coming up here, just going in around my crease line, going up a little higher. All right, there you go. Just gonna add a little more, see, from my palette. And just gonna go like this, and we're gonna get this crease line done very nicely. Okay. Working really good, right? You can see it right here. You can see it well enough. I'm going lower now. And when I have this white paint pot on, it kind of helps me as a primer, because the powder that I'm depositing on here now has a little bit of a sticky effect. So you can see that it's really working, the primer. It's really working to hold up the powder that I'm putting on, the color. Okay, so now we have to do the little wing out here as we did on the other side, and we'll be caught up on both sides. And then I'm gonna go in and we're gonna use some pink color. Okay, so that kind of shows you where that is right there. And don't worry about it if it's not perfect right now. Don't worry about it. We can work on it as we go. Okay, so the next one I want to do is a white color. Let me reach right here. I'm gonna get some of my smaller brushes closer, and we're gonna use this little white color on the inner corner, and I'm gonna start out that inner corner with the white color. So the one I picked out that I tried last night that went so nice with this color is this color pink right here, pinkish white. It's really pretty. Let's go see how this works on the inner corner. I'm gonna have to deposit more on my brush, you can see. Okay, and it's coming across, and it's got a pink white luminous to it. Can you see that right there? I don't want to have my... Alright, that's right there. Now you can really see that. And I'm going to take my brush. I think I'm going to get a different brush. That one's too wide for this. I was going to do the top of my brow, right under my brow, but this brush is too wide for that. So here we go, right there. You can see I'm just putting the white right there. Okay. Now this is going to open up the eye some more and give it more light. Okay, so we got that part done. Now let's go in with a little wider and a flatter brush like this, because we're going to put this pink on it right here. And we'll see if the pink is enough to make it show up to be a good pink. Yeah, that's really beautiful. Oh, that's really pretty. Okay. See how nice that pink color is going with the brown on the top? Really nice. And I did get a tad bit of fallout right here. I'll try to get that up. All right. Oh, wow. That is a really pretty pink color. This is the kind of color that screams, it's spring. Spring has sprung. Oh, okay. So now, because my brush isn't giving me a good payout, I'm going to try using my finger right there. Sometimes you have to get a little more density of the product on your brush. And that is what I wanted, right there. Right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make these two blend just like that. And then it can come a little darker as it gets away from the white in the center. So just a tad bit more pink. And I'd like my colors to be dark so that they will show up and they will look beautiful. So I'm traveling it up there a little bit more. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and do the left eye, and then we'll do the outer corner. Can you see? Oh, okay, we're going to go in with do the left eye just like this. See how pretty the pink is? It's really beautiful. I think it has a tad bit of coral to it, and it really is a beautiful color. All right, we have to make sure that we have enough on our brush to make it stand out. I don't like doing a color and then it doesn't stand out because it wasn't dark enough on my brush. And to me, that kind of like wastes my time, and my makeup doesn't show up like that. So, how's that? Can you see that well enough? All right, now, what I'm going to do next is combine it with the white, and probably have to go back and use the finger again, because that appears to be the way we get the most product on our eye. Okay. Get just a little more. Okay, there we go. All right, so we got that done. Now we're going to work on the outer corner also and see what do we want to put on our outer corner. For our outer corner, I'm going to try a different color. And it's hard to pick because they're all so beautiful. It's so hard to pick. But the one I think I'm going to go with for the outer corner, let's try, I can either go with the darker pink or with the coral color. Let's see how the coral color looks. I kind of like the coral. because what it's doing is, yeah, I like the coral. All right, now, okay, now let's use the coral on the left eye. And just imagine you're just doing a V, just like this, a V. Here's the left side of the V, and here's the right side of the V. And then just bring it over a little bit. And what that's doing is, oh, that's pretty. I like it to be dark and show up. Like, we're gonna have a good eye look here. It's not gonna be muted so that you can hardly see it. It's gonna really show up. And for you right now looking in the camera, you might think, oh, that looks kind of goofy. Yeah, it does look kind of goofy, but it's gonna be okay. Now, still don't know what color I want to use on the bottom. I think to congeal everything, it would be this coral color. I think that would be what I'd have to use to congeal everything. So let's think. Get this coral color better right there and right there. Okay, now. All right, so we got that done. All right, so the next thing is we're gonna use a color on the bottom. In fact, I'm gonna use two colors. That's what I'm going to do. That's my solution. I'm gonna use two colors, and we're gonna go ahead with the camera close. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna go back into the coral that we had, this coral color. Oh, I like that part of the brush. That's really stiff. When you get a stiff part of the brush, it helps because you know where you're putting it. Let me see, maybe if I use this mirror and keep my eye up, it's easier for you to see it. Really good. And then I can go up like this, draw the eye up. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, now let's do it on the bottom and draw the eye up. Just like that. Now, to add a hint of color to it, or vibrancy, let's go back to the inner corner and use this white color on the inner corner, right like that and right there. So that draws the eye look right there. I know it looks a little bit much right now, but it's going to be fine when it's done. Can you see it right? Am I leaning in enough? Okay, and just put it in the inner corner. This brush seems to deposit it nice on the inner corner. And it's giving me the density that I want. Okay, now let's go up here and just give this area here a little luminosity, right like that. And let's go up here and give this eye area a little luminosity, just like that. Okay, so in order to enlighten this area again, what I'm thinking is that I want to put a little bit of a, this white. Let's go in with this white, and let's just go like this on this outer edge. I think it's gonna, yeah, I like that. Okay, so the next thing is, I'm going to be back in just a minute, because what I'm going to do next is, I'm going to curl my lashes. After I curled my lashes, I'm going to come back with a little mascara and my lashes on, and we'll finish it off with blush, illuminator, and lipstick. Okay, hold on just a minute. What do you think of this palette? It's got some nice colors, right? Okay. All right, so finishing touches. Laura Geller blush. Let's see. Sometimes I have to keep hitting this hard to get the color. But let's see how it does for us, this Laura Geller blush. Oh, pretty. I wanted to use the pink because we have the pink going through the eye look. So let's try some more pink on this side. We're going to do I have to do my bronzer too. Yeah, I got my blush on first, but that's okay. So here we are. We're getting this one going pretty good. I love how this foundation came out with the little bit of highlight to it. I think it came out really nice. I think this blush is doing a great job. With the Laura Geller, it's a baked good, so it doesn't powder up and come up on the brush as easily, but you can remedy with that. Okay, now I'm going to use this Wet n Wild. I've had this for a while and I think it is so beautiful. It is a Wet n Wild blush, but it's also a highlighter. Let's see, I might want to try it like more of a, let's see. Wet n Wild's a pretty potent product usually. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. See how pretty that highlighter is? And then I'm gonna go up right there with it, and I'm gonna, ooh, see that? See how nice that highlights? And that is a pretty, pretty color. Okay, let's do a little bit down the nose right here. Like among the chin right there. Oh, that's really pretty. That highlights all of the beautiful pinks that we used for this color shop workshop. Okay, so next thing, let me get to my bronzer. And one more thing, I have this Kylie highlighter also. I wanted to try that a little bit because that really does have a nice highlight to it too. See this Kylie highlighter, how beautiful it is? Okay, now let's do the bronzer. With this bronzer as one of my last steps, and this is a light bronzer. I chose specifically to use a light bronzer because my eye look is light. So let's use this brush. It's got a nice handle to it. Let's go right in here and bronze this up a little bit. I think I might have a little darker bronzer. Let me look here a second, because this is really making my skin look really nice too. You want to use what makes your skin looks nice, and once you find it, you're going to be so happy. You know, a lot of the products, if you buy sometimes a trial size, if you can try and see if you like it. Now, this is more of my bronzer color. I like that. It's a little bit better. A little bit up here. It smells delightful. Oh, I love the smell of the argan oil in this. Okay, so that gets me my line that way and my line this way. Now, for lipstick, I picked out one of my Elizabeth Arden lipsticks that I haven't used for quite some time. So, and also what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, this is my foundation brush, but what I want to do is just like kind of work this line, make it a little lighter so it kind of just goes in easily. There we go. That's better. And that's better. Okay. Now, my last step is my Elizabeth Arden lipstick. Look at that pretty color pink. I think that goes well. It's a little bit, maybe I should use one that's a little bit more corally, or let's see. Okay, now what I think I want to do, since it is kind of pink, let's see, I have the other Elizabeth Arden one that's a little lighter. Let's try this one on the inner part of my, this is my Anastasia liquid lip. Let's try it over this and see. It's kind of a neutral color. I think that mixing the two brought it to a nice color to go with the eye look. So if you like this eye look and you like this look, I'll list the products I use below. You can do this at home also. just follow along, and if you need to practice with lashes, just take your time and put them on without glue and see how they go. And then when you feel confident, put the glue on and then put them on. If you need to, start with shorter lashes. It's a little easier if your lash when you start is shorter. Also, another thing to do is you need to decide where's your comfort level with your lash. If your lash is not comfortable down into the tear duct area right here, then move it back over towards the end. Because if you get it too close, it's going to irritate your tear duct and you're going to keep blinking and your eye will water, and that won't be comfortable. So that's what I was telling you about that. And then you can always, like, as you wear your makeup during the day, you can see sometimes it looks even better as the day wears on because your chemistry with the makeup chemistry congeals and it looks really nice. So I hope I gave you some helpful things for you that are older like myself so that you can put your makeup on easily. And keep watching and we'll come up with another video and we'll do different eye color next time. Okay, so then you'll have a great day and thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like this video, and also please subscribe if you like my channel. I'm going to come out with more makeup videos and fashion. And I hope we all have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video.